So here we go with the cleanup review. The receiver was pretty rough in the barrel in spots. It required some pretty deep cleaning. I ended up taking a brass wheel on a cordless drill, hitting the hard or rough spots. And I even took a Black & Decker cordless sander to the real bad spots. But I think it cleaned up pretty good. I could still work on this barrel and spots. Seems like I've got it cleaned down better in some spots than others. I might can polish the insides better. I have run a brush down the bore quite a bit, and it definitely has grooves, and it's decent. Not brand new by any means, but it's decent. I think it's a 4-groove, but bore's not real bad. Just polishing all the old gunk or the residue off that was rusted on and stuck on was the thing. But it's got a really nice, what I would call patina to it. And that bolt is as simple a bolt as I've ever seen. A few parts together and screw on the end and you're pretty much together. It is an 18, I think that's the serial number or the date. If you can get it to focus. 1873 dated, and it's that Torre Annunziata. I think that was a small area in a little town or something in Italy. Maybe, they produced several of these. So this is an early one, an early gun. Here we go with the numbers again. It was 1870 that got converted in 87. I think that's right. Thus the 1870/87. You can see where there's a brass liner inside where the front sight went. In the back, this one doesn't have a front or back sight. A Royal Tiger will tell you on a lot of their C-grade antique stuff that they don't have sights. I don't know what the deal was. Africans must not have liked rear sights. But the magazine cleaned up well. It was pretty rusty, and I had to get a lot of that off. But what I am thinking, I have had a Dutch Beaumont in times past, and that mag looks almost identical to what is on the Dutch Beaumont. So I don't really know the lineage of those guns, but maybe related somehow. I guess the guard around the mag, that was pretty rough. I took a wire wheel and hit that pretty hard. Got a lot of scaling off. and fold it up. But it just I just wanted to show you the starting of the cleaning, and I will have it back together before long, and I can show you the end result. That's the Mosin Nagant screw I had to use because my other one, the head broke off. I may round that head to replicate that screw. I'm hoping I have enough threads right here. If not, until I can find a die or do something with it, I may have to space this up right here with some washers. But we're going to see what happens. Okay, I'll be back with the put together final product. Guess I forgot to put the firing pin back over with the other parts. I started putting the bolt together and missing that. So here's the firing pin. It's solid and goes through the hole in the bolt. One little spot of some more rough right there I may hit, but kind of crude looking, but I guess it served its purpose. So on to the assembly. So here she is, put back together. The 1870/87 Vetterli. I have a hard time pronouncing that a lot of times. I want to get it backwards, like Vertelli or whatever, but Vetterli. This is the one with the modification, went from single shot to 5-shot. I'm just not doing good with my setup here. I've gotten not enough room. It's not a good place to work with right now, but hopefully can get something better figured out. The chunk that was wedged in and stuff, I took the plugs out. One is under the swivel, the other one is there. This was better until I cleaned on it. I think it made it more noticeable, but we'll finish that out better. Good butt plate with the screws intact. I'll admit I used some more harsh methods on this one because it needed it. Heavy rust on a lot of the parts. Underneath the wood line on the barrel was pretty bad. Receiver area, pretty bad. I actually took a wire, as I mentioned earlier, a brass wire wheel with the cordless drill, and got off most of the harsh or the hard stuff. I did pull a switcheroo on the band springs. This one tightens up good, so I moved this band spring to the place here on the end where it was missing. This one doesn't tighten as good, so switched that out. That seems to work better for me. I have contemplated putting some cold blue here and there, but I think with the age of this gun, I'll leave it as is. I just like the look of it. I think I've already mentioned it's a 1873 Torre Annunziata, which I'm assuming is that area that they built it in. The wood is good and solid. I'm very pleased that this being a grade C, that it has as good a setup as it did. I've polished on the bolt and cleaned it good. This little thing here was so stiff it wouldn't move. After some cleaning and lubing, it works like it should. Now this, I know of one purpose. Maybe there's more. But there's a notch here. You have to get this the right spot before this wedge will come up to where you can take your bolt out. And until I figured that out, I couldn't get the bolt out, so it works. But it's cleaned up as well as it could for a grade C. There's my Mosine Nagant screw that worked. It just maybe needs a few more threads, but I think that's holding it there well. I may take it back out and round the head off just to match what I had in it when I got it. That looks like a print of a bolt, probably where they stacked them. There's the old AOI, African Oriental Italiana, maybe. But for all you wondering how it cleaned up, I think I done okay with it. This is one of the most beat up stocks of any I've fooled with lately. But I think it's come out okay. It's to me is worth the money, $99, which they don't, they charge you pretty good on shipping, so it's over $100. But what old gun out there with a bunch of history that you enjoy fooling with isn't worth $100 or a little over? So this pretty much concludes my supply or stash of what I have that I can clean on. Now I've got some stuff that I'm eyeballing that I'm hoping I can get one of, and I ain't gonna say what it is. Just out of, I'll admit it, pure selfishness for it not selling out. I don't want them to say that they don't have any more, and I have asked them and they do. And when I get mine, I will post a video on it and show you so that you can order one. But I'll be doing that pretty soon. So I'll get a hold of something else here. I wish these darned cleaning rods wasn't so expensive. I have about 3 or 4 that I could buy a cleaning rod for if they just were cost effective. But that bolt is simple but effective, I guess. And it's very easy taken apart. But it's got a weird safety. That lever there, when you lift it up, it just wants to just push it up there in the way, and it will hook into a saddle there, kinda. Have to bring it up, let it down, this cocks on closing, or maybe it's open. Yes, it actually cock on opening. So that's a little bit different. I've not done anything to the stock on this one, but I did. But the one thing I done was scraped quite a bit of it. It just had an old black covering that I didn't think would come off with normal cleaners. So I scraped it, and pretty much that's it. Didn't sand it. Of course, I don't believe in ironing out the dings or the dents. That's part of the character of what you got. But then I think, well, I scraped it. Then I took hot water with Dawn dish detergent, and I just kept bathing it, and then I dried it out good. The areas that didn't come dry, wasn't drying as quick, I kind of sped them up with the hair dryer, but dried it out good. And I think I'll just put a light coat of oil or something on it and leave it as is. But I'm pleased with what I've got. When you order something, a grab bag, or as they say, pig in a poke, you don't know what you're getting, but I'm not too hard to please when it comes to something like this. I like cleaning them up, and if it's most of it is there, I can get it passable for being in a lot better shape than what I got it in. So if you want yours, I guess there's people out there that hates RTI. There's people that's 50-50 and people that love them. But whatever the case, I don't know anywhere else you can get one of these as cheap as they've got them. But it will take you a little work. So if it's worth it to you to put in time on it, and you like doing that sort of thing, then by all means get you one. I don't know how many they have left, but this was the model of all of Vetterli's that I wanted. I didn't care for the Carcano type mag. I think it's Dash 15, the next iteration of this. I wanted the one with the 4 or 5 shot repeater. So that's it for this cleanup. Hope you enjoyed it. As always, like my videos, subscribe if you've not, and hit that notification bell, and you'll see everything that I put on so that you won't miss anything. Until next time.